be a jerk. It's just a mask, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. It's just a vaccine, you guys. Don't be a jerk. It's for the greater good. In 4 months, the U.S. was transformed into an obedient socialist country. Government dictated what events are acceptable to attend. Violent protests that instill fear are okay. But church services, family funerals, and patriotic celebrations are dangerous. And you bought it without a fight. Standing in a graduation line is a safety hazard. Small businesses were forced to close, but crowds to support the corporate money machine at Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot are okay. Come on, it's just a mask. And safety precautions. How about a little hush money? Here's $2,400 that we stole out of your paycheck in the first place. Enjoy. Buy something with it from a big corporation. Cash is dirty. We can't give change. There's a coin shortage. Use your card. In 4 months, they convince you to use a traceable card for everything. In less than 4 months, government closed public schools, then restructured education under the guise of public safety. In less than 4 months, our government demonstrated how easily people assimilate to guidelines that have no scientific premise whatsoever when you are fearful. In less than 4 months, our government successfully instilled fear in a majority of the population in America that allows them to control every aspect of your life, including what you eat, where you go, who you see, and your toilet paper. And the most dangerous and terrifying part, people are not afraid of the government who removed their freedom. They're afraid of their neighbors, family, and friends. And they hate those that won't comply. It's absolutely terrifying to me that so many people don't question authority. They are willing to surrender their critical thinking skills and independence. They just gave up without thinking, without a fight. Do you know what's coming next? It's just a vaccine. Come on, it's for the greater good. Wait until you're told that you can't enter any store or business without proof of the COVID-19 vaccine. Wait until you can't go to public events or get on a plane without proof receiving the vaccine. Don't think it's possible? Well, you already allowed the government to say when you can go outside, where you're allowed to go, and accepted the new unproven digital education for your kids in the last 100 days. You followed blindly because you were told to do so. You're kidding yourself. The mass behavior won't be repeated with a vaccine or whatever the next step is. I don't follow politics. I don't care about that stuff. I don't think about it. 6 million Jewish people were exterminated in Germany because 97% of the population cowered to populist control. Nobody wanted to think about it. It's easier just to ignore it. But that couldn't happen here in America, right? They got you. Without a thought. Without a fight. Just like France. Just like Russia. Just like China. Welcome, comrade.
I think that's about the gist of it all. We all know what's going on right now. You know, we know COVID-19 is killing people. It's a fact. Is it killing everybody? No. We know the flu kills people. Does it kill everybody? No. We are being told when to go outside, when to do this. Now we can't get haircuts again. You know, we can't take care of personal grooming. I don't know about you. You know, I've had to resort to buying clippers to shave my head, so, you know, it's a headache to get haircuts. See that little bloodline right there? You know, guys know I'm pretty peaceful, man. I try to take the brighter side and this and that. So I was wearing an American flag mask with an eagle on it, you know, and unfortunately it was a brother of color drives up alongside me and he tells me, fuck you and your country. And I'm like, well, you live here too, bud. Like, fucking, you know, have a nice day, man. And I continued driving, and he blows past me and chucks a bunch of quarters out his window, like $10 roll of quarters that blast my window and crack my windshield all up. Um, I'm like, what in the fuck did I do to this dude, you know? Like, so I get on it, you know, I lose my little temper. Um, I sense prison's probably coming up here in the next few hours, you know, the way I'm thinking now. So I'm chasing him and I'm thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get into an accident, I'm gonna kill somebody, and it's not gonna be me that dies. And chill out. It's a windshield, man. Chill out. You know, so I slow down because, you know, I'm doing 100 on Topanga Canyon. And I'm thinking, what the hell, man? I'm going to end up killing some kid or some mom or some dad. You know, it's a windshield, man. Chill out. So I chill out. You know, I try to come to my senses. Um, Dude comes flying back. You know, he fell back and, or he must have came around and then came back around because that, you know, he was behind me again. And he comes flying up alongside and he chucks a soda bottle at me full of soda, you know, and it sprays all over me. So I'm back to chasing him again. He's in a Beamer, I'm in a Honda, you know. Anyway, I see he gets locked up at the red light, so I cut all the way over to the right and I cut up in the front and I park my car right dead center in the middle of the street and I jump out of the car. You know, I'm going to get his license plate number. I'm going to get all that is what I'm thinking, you know. And he gets out of the car, and unfortunately, he's a whole lot bigger than I was hoping. So he's all, oh, yeah, you found the right one today. I'm like, oh, so you want to go there with it, huh, bud? All right, cool. So anyway, unfortunately, he was getting the better of me for a second there. And, you know, I finally got a hold of him, and I broke him off a couple, you know, split my finger open, hitting him in the mouth. And I'm like, what is your problem, man? That's all I'm asking him. What's your problem? So that if other people hear me, you know, I don't want him saying that I used any kind of racial slurs because I did not. You know, I'm not with that business. I'm not trying to divide us any further than we've been divided. You know, but for me wearing a mask with an American eagle on it and a flag on it, you're gonna do all this shit to me in my car? It was just too much, man. So finally, I get a hold of him, like I said, and now he's getting them power punches that he ain't digging, you know, and his bell's getting rung a little bit. And, you know, he's like 32 probably. He's still young and healthy and jumping around and a whole lot bigger than I was hoping, you know. And finally, I'm ringing his bell, you know, and right about that time, here comes this chick with a flashlight and cracks me right in the nugget, you know. At which point I let go of the dude, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, you know, he grabbed me first, you know. Uh, you know, I've forgotten more about fighting than most of these kids know about fighting, man. I'll tell you that right now. And I've been in enough ass whoopings on the receiving end of them to not really trip on any of that shit. He had a nice little power punch, you know what I mean? I'll give him that. There was no sense in any of this. That was my reasoning. I'm trying to think while I'm fighting. How did it get here? What did I do? You know what I mean? Like, did I fucking upset this dude somehow? Anyway, like I said, his girl hits me in the head with whatever. I don't know what she got me with. I'm pretty sure it was a flashlight. I seen light, so it must have been a flashlight. So when I let go of him, he jams to the car, and I'm thinking, great, now he's going to get, you know, a strap or something. I better rush him. So I go to rush up on him, and I feel my hind quarter give out, just like I'm not 30 years old, man. I'm not that pup that I once was. But, you know, like I'll lick my wounds afterwards. So I go to get him. He jumps in the car, jumps the center divider, you know, fucking, like I said, he's in a lowered Beamer, man. Fucked his car all up. Taken off, you know, and running scared, which I have no idea why, because as I said, he was getting the better of me, you know. I'm thinking, here we go, round two. Hopefully don't ring my bell too much, but, you know, refuse to lose is my motto, you know what I mean? And if you win, you'll wish you hadn't, you know. You might want to pick up what I'm putting down, Savage. You know, I let the homeboys in the Pacoima know that you's coming down, you wanted to talk, man. I'm happy to meet you anywhere in Pacoima. with no stipulations of you got to drop your channel if you lose. I don't lose, bud. I never lose. Even when you think I lost, I never lose, bud. So anyway, I ain't trying to fight nobody out there, but if somebody brings problems to me, I'm sticking around. I'll tell you that right now. You know, I don't even know what I've done to upset anybody out there. You know what I mean? Like I try and be about positivity. And you're here, you're blasting our names, you know what I mean? But it's true, like you sex offenders do stick together. I've noticed that, like it's a protection thing, I guess. You got some kind of weird charge and you're kicking it with Mighty Mouse who has some kind of weird charge. I mean, 288A is exactly what it is. And if you plead to that, you know what I mean? Like you're asking us to respond to you. And I pay you predators exactly what you have coming. Nothing, no attention. And the only reason I'm addressing this right now is letting you know you're not gonna. I'm not the one. I'm not gonna do all this woofing on YouTube. I don't do all that. But I will give you fair warning. With that said, what I mean, welcome to Pacoima if you want to get busy. Give me a call when you're over there. Toda la gente, que eres chingazos. So, guys, you guys all know me. I don't push this kind of shit at all. You know what I mean? I just don't appreciate people, especially predators. PCs always do this. They sit behind a PC and up. Inside the joint, they're the same way. They'll woof all this shit from the cell next door, knowing you can't get to them. They'll interrupt roll call. They'll interrupt, all kinds of shit. They just cause problems, creating noise, making, look over here, hear me, pay attention to me. We don't pay them any attention inside either. I don't even know why I'm addressing this, but I'm just letting you guys know, the world's going crazy, even for people that are trying to do the right thing. I don't want to resort back to who I can be. I don't want any of you guys experiencing the troubles and tribulations that I've had to experience, and I don't want to experience them again either. But as I've said, in almost all situations, somebody comes at me and tries to hurt me, man, I'm sticking around for the deal, and as you guys know, I tell you, get involved by not getting involved. I still believe that, but defend yourself to the fullest when it's that time. I don't watch DIY Dean and all these other guys that he's calling out to. It's just brought to my attention that he's woofing all this. And I'm like, that's what PCs do, man. They do all that shit. Don't pay no attention to them. But yet here I am cutting a video about it, which makes me feel a little small. But like, I'm bigger than calling you out, saying whatever, woofing all that shit. But I'm not going to bow down to anything, I bow to no man. I bow to no God. My God doesn't require me to bow, I don't know. It's like, just save it, man. You're a PC, bro. Why would you be woofing anything? I would just be quiet if I was you. With a stalking charge, with a sexual charge, a predator charge? Come on, man. Just like, get a life, bud. Nobody's jealous of you. You joined that clica and you found out you didn't have the cojones to be there. So just save it. We're not starting no YouTube beefs here. JD, I've asked him not to reply. I don't even know why I'm going so far as to put this out there, because I know you ain't gonna do nothing. Trust me, I know. I know you're all talk. There's no roll call for me today, so you're not interrupting anything, and you're not fucking with my peace, man. My peace is my peace. I'm at it all the time. I'm a heavy hitter. I'm a true heavy hitter. And I try to give back. Why don't you try it? Quit stalking kids or whatever you're doing. I don't even know what your charge is, man. I know what your charge is, but I don't know what your trip is. Anyway, just leave our names out of your mouth, man. Live your life. You got a beautiful girl, man. You know, like, do you like showering with men? Okay. So leave that shit be, man. You leave our names out of your mouth, too. You know, no threat here. You know, I'd never do that. So we know you ain't about the business, man. It's just how it is. Call them fake gangsters, you know what I mean? It's just funny coming from a fucking fake gangster. So anyway, you guys, I apologize to you for coming on and, you know, letting you see the other side of me. This is a very peaceful other side of me. Things bother us too, I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? Like all the trolls that come on the channel, I'm good with you guys because I'm hoping that I could flip you around, let you know. Hurt people hurt people. I say it all the time, man. You know, I'm not hurt today. I acknowledge that I've caused a lot of fucking pain out there, and I try and give back to my community. You know, I try to be a productive member of society today. I try to not take. I try to give. As do most of my heavy hitters. You know, my true heavy hitters are up there, man. Mad respect to all you guys. For those of you that assist me each month, mad respect. You know, I couldn't do the bed without you. And I just want you to know that I'm grateful for that. And I'm sorry that you have to see this side of me. But I'm no coward either. You know, like, that's what I'm not. Even when I'm scared to death, I'm still going to be there. Trust and believe that. Anyway, I hate how the camera is when I'm trying to look at me on the computer and see how my eyes go, so it looks like I'm all faded. Anyway, heavy hitters, you know, I'm going to ask you to do as I say in this instance, not as I do. I shouldn't be addressing this at all, but, you know, I'm addressing this on behalf of a few of us that we don't want to hear it. We don't care. You're a minion to us. You mean nothing. So whether you showed up and we got busy, you would mean nothing to us still. And you would still be a predator. You would still be a PC at the end of the day. You can't even come to Pacoima, man. Aren't you from Pacas? So I love it there. They love me there. So with that said, guys, I'm sorry that, you know, you have to see this side of me. The little message in the beginning of the show was to let you guys know that things are going on. The world's changing. And it's a great world. Regardless of what's going on, it's still a great world. You know, it's still a great country. We shouldn't let them take it from us. Not without a fight, not without some kind of say-so. You know, due to the gathering of crowds, I mean, what a perfect storm, you know? Everybody feeding into this. I know this, all the money that's going to Black Lives Matters, it's not going to black communities, man. It's not. It's going to old, rich, white Democrats. So, and I don't even get busy with the politics on this channel. You know, I'm for whoever makes America, you know, a good place to be. And anymore, that's all I'm asking for. It's just a good place to be. And that's inside here as well, spiritually. You think I felt well after, you know, chunking them? You know, fighting, man. What is it coming to? Like, I hate when that side of me is pulled out. But, you know, I'm still short on some common sense when it comes to certain shit, man. Don't threaten me or mine, you know. Just, I'm not fucking with your space. Stay out of my space, you know. I don't know. I'm going to run this by Sandman and see if he feels it should go on the air. But, you know, it's a small world, man. It's a small world just like prison. You know, inside prison, too, is another thing, you know. It's like a bunch of emotionally unstable junior high kids, you know, thinking they're about something or wanting to be, you know, gangsters or we're running shit or whatever the case. You know, Mitch said it great in a video he did the other day. You know, I like watching Mitch, you know, because he's what I'm accustomed to being around, man. He's a man's man. He's a convict, and he believes in fucking standing up for the fucking weak man, the weaker guy, and that's always been me, standing up for the underdog. You know, yes, I have preyed on him in the past, and you know, I never liked how I felt afterwards, but it was a necessity to, you know, remain the alpha in environments that I've been in. Um, and I only did that with people that had it coming, you know, they did something to have it coming. So, with that said, you guys, you know, pay attention to things that's the near future, you know. Let's not just give our freedoms and our, you know, our rights away. This is coming from an ex-con, you know. I'm still a patriot. I still love my country, right? So I'm allowed to do that. And I don't have any following as far as a right wing, left wing, or anything like that. I don't have a following. Um, I know I'm not with the brainwashing that's going on and the fear that's being instilled in us. And, you know, oh, we're now using meat trucks for ice refrigerated meat trucks for the bodies. And, geez, good God, man, you know, like, I can't watch the news without getting anxiety, man. You know, I already suffer from PTSD, as I'm told, you know, and I start hearing that shit, and then my mood swings. You know, I didn't say that I wasn't one of the fucking uh, emotionally stable, you know, convicts out there. I mean, I work on it a little harder than the next guy does sometimes, um, because I know where my behaviors can take me. And I like to be at least aware of my behaviors, and therefore, if I make a move after that, it's probably a move that needed to be made. You know, and I'm not trying to be a bad example to you kids. I'm not trying to, you know, do as I say, not as I do. But like, I'm still a man at the end of the day. I'm not gonna allow any. But you could say what you want about me. Just don't try and put your hands on me or my family. You know. And I'm sure any man out there feels the same. Another thing, you know, like I feel like I've paid my debt to society, um, and I go a little above and beyond than some of the next guy, the next selfish, self-seeking, inconsiderate, dishonest, and afraid individual out there, um, seeking recognition when he does things. I don't do that. You know, I do it because it's the right thing to do, and not many people get that. You know, well, what's in it for me? You know, that's straight convict mentality. That's not convict mentality. That's just selfish mentality. You know, a lot of poor decisions are based on the drugs, how the drugs are being used in the, you know, the penal system. Calls are made behind drugs. Trust and believe that. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm not going to go into it too much, but you know, like if you have a drug problem out here and you go inside, do you think that drug problem just goes away? I'm afraid not. You know, I'm afraid not. Wherever you go, there you are, man. So you guys, please work on yourselves so that you don't have to. Man, I already lived it for you, all right? I lived those fucking lonely nights in a cell. I lived those dark, lonely nights in a cell. I lived those miserable, lonely calendars. And you never know how slow a calendar can take to fall until you got a fucking nice, fat ass sentence to do. You know, be a true heavy hitter. You know, like I'm being a poor example right now, but I'm letting you guys know too that I'm human. You know, like I don't handle threats very well. You know, especially when I can't get a hold of you or get my hands on you. I don't handle them very well, and I'm not going to take it out on my loved ones. So, you know, some people want it to happen, some people need it to happen, but heavy hitters make it happen, and that's not just words, man. You know, it's something I try and live by. So, I don't know, Bruce Lee, man, he was so ahead of his time, you know, and when you read his philosophies, they just make sense, man, you know, and that's all I was looking for, something to make sense to me out here. You know, that Just for Today book, man, it always touches on what I'm going through. Um, I need it. I'm broken, as they would say. You know, I'm damaged goods. But guess what? I don't have to remain that way. I work on myself every single day. I've done the steps. You know, I keep pushing. I help others. Um, I've been helped by others. So, with that said, you guys, I want to bring this to a close. Um, I just wanted to address a few issues, you know, let people know, you know, not that I owe anybody any explanations or I need to prove that I'm a badass, because I'm not, man. I've won just as many as I've lost. In fact, I've lost more than I've won. I'm sure of that. But you can't always beat the numbers, you know. And I'm tired of fighting, man. I'm 53 years old, man. I'm tired of fighting, you know. Everything and everybody. I'm tired of it. So, anyway, yeah, that's a nice little lump up there. So, man, it's amazing, even pushing positivity, that this shit still comes at me, you know. Loki's got jokes for me, I guess. Anyway, people, I appreciate you. Just know that. If you're a sub, I appreciate you. If you're just watching the show, I appreciate you. You know, if no one else has told you that, not everybody grows up hearing positiveness about themselves. So with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. I apologize in advance for the video, but it just had to be said, man. I had to say something. You know, I'm just not with all that woofing shit. So no roll call's been interrupted, but, you know, it's a good thing too, because I got a whole bunch of views on people. You know, I can take their inventory real quick, but I need to look at mine as well. So I need to know what my motives are behind something. You know, with that said, you guys, be true to yourselves, man. You know what I mean? Be able to lay your head down at night. And if sometimes it's doing what society would consider wrong, but you want to feel right in your heart about, like this video addressing a few things. I feel all right addressing it. You know, I don't want a bunch of drama going on behind this, but I see it coming, man. You know, like his channel's already shutting down anyway. You know, like nobody's going to support somebody with sex charges, man. And if you do, then you're the company you keep. Stay with them, you know. Birds of a feather flock together, man. If you're solid and right, that's probably the type of people you want to be around. You know, if you're flaky and janky and just a dope fiend, you know, your car's out there deep, 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 deep. And you guys burn each other all the time. So I try to have a little morals, a little integrity, put a little value on everything, even your life. You know, when at one time nobody meant nothing to me. I don't feel that way today. You know, I've gotten to know people. I've gotten to hear their side. You know, anyway, I'm a little tired. I'm gonna bring this to a close, but you guys, I just wanted to address this and let you know. You know, badge man, still a man. So I don't know. With that said, you guys have a rockin' one, man. Own this day, all right? No matter when you're seeing this, own this day. It's yours. You deserve it. With that said, respect, man.